it's National Mental Health Awareness Month, and before you rush out the door here this morning, take a moment for you. Studies show mindfulness and meditation play a major role in your success.
I'm not really good at that meditation thing, but I do have somebody that is here this morning to teach you how to better adapt to life's stresses. Is Mr. Superstar himself, Jeff Coby. You played in the league, the International League, and now you wrote a book about mindfulness. So why don't you tell us, what mindfulness is and how you've used it to kind of help with your own stresses in life?
So I would say mindfulness is about bringing consciousness to your present moment, and it can happen through a series of things such as breath work, taking time out, going into nature, just taking time to look inward, and also just be present, free from distraction.
Well, I think it's important here is that you weren't afraid to talk about mental health and your own mental health, and you found meditation really brought it home to you.
Definitely.
Explain. I think it's important for people to know that you shouldn't be afraid to talk about if you're struggling. I
agree. I would say meditation was kind of like the segue in which gave me the courage to understand that, okay, I don't have all the answers. However, there are people who dedicate their lives to become professionals within their craft, as do I, and they can help me, on this journey. So like showing, my scars and understanding that, everybody does go through things, and not being afraid to ask for help while also, doing the necessary groundwork to build myself up.
Let's talk about some of your scars for the people at home who don't know your story. You were actually practicing with the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
For a time, and then there was an accident. So tell us what happened, and then how mindfulness then helped you get through that tough time.
Yeah, so I was in a car going to training, and then a car came out of nowhere and T-boned our car, and that took me out for a while. And at that time, I felt like I had lost everything. I didn't know what to do. I was embarrassed. I was scared. And, through a series of trials and tribulations of, wrestling with like the practices in which built me up to get to that situation in the first place, I kind of neglected them. But then when I finally revisited them, it made more sense to, okay, well, what I'm doing right now just isn't working. And that was just me working on my own accord.
Right.
And that's when I started reaching out, to therapists, my physical therapists, trainers, everyone to kind of streamline my whole trajectory of, okay, we need to all work together to get yourself out of this situation.
You're wrapping up your book tour here in the United States, but hey, this is a world book tour that you're going over to Europe to share over there as well.
Definitely.
You strike me as somebody who's very aware and somebody who's always learning. What have you learned on this book tour and what you're hearing from other people and their reactions?
I've learned there's so many more people who are curious about mindfulness, but they just have their own perception of it in terms of, they hear about it, but they don't take that step towards it or learning more about it. And I think, the reason why I went on this tour was to just, promote that, because it's done so much for my life that I feel like it can do, the same for others.
So 30 seconds or less, tell us what you want people to take away from your book.
I want you to dream big, be bold, and also understand that, like I said before, there are people who are here to help you on your journey. And if you just get out of yourself and tap into those resources, you can expedite your growth.
Helpful tips there.
Helpful tips. And I don't know if you can feel it at home, but there's something soothing, something calming about Jeff. And I'm sure you guys can feel it at home, but it is. Thanks for being here. It's great stuff.
It was my absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much.